Clear everyone? Stand up. You, the last bencher, come here. Come forward, take your second row. Last benchers, sit here.
Come forward, please. Last benchers.
Right, in, good work.
Last benchers, please come
All of
forward.
you are future managers, you have to fill the gap. Come forward, keep your thing aside, stand up. Fine? It's okay? ठीक है. All of you. Arey, you don't have to move your hands. You have to do it again. अलग-अलग क्यों आ रही है सबकी आवाज? Why there is no coordination? Do it again. You slow mover. You सौ के करने लगे ऐसे? सुबह ये रखी हुई है.
एक क्लैप नहीं है
हाँ, मजा नहीं आ रहा एकदम से ज्यादा.
नाश्ता नहीं किया भाई कहाँ लगाना है
ये वार्म अप सेशन है, ठीक है? दोबारा से करें? ओके. Good one. Sounds better. Sit down. Okay. See, this is a warm-up session. Now for this second game, this is a game by the name of back-to-back drawing, right? What you have to do is, I want a team of 2 people, right? And 3-4 teams I want for this game. What you have to do is, let me brief you. There would be a 2 participant, 2 member in a team, right? One is good in drawing. Who is good in drawings? Only one? अरे आज तक ज्योमेट्री करी है नहीं करी है? करे ना, ज्योमेट्रिकल शेप्स बनाए होंगे इन क्लास 7, क्लास 8, क्लास 9, क्लास 10, 11, 12, graduation. Yes? Say yes or no? Okay. All of you must be aware of the geographical shapes. कौन कौन से होते हैं? Very good. Triangle, rectangle, square, pentagon, hexagon और octagon or circles, semicircle, right? नहीं, कंपास कोई शेप नहीं होता बेटा. कौन है ये? Sorry? वो मुझे नहीं पता. चलो. So that is the thing which you have to do is, I want team for this, 2 member in our team, and how you have to proceed for the game is, one partner would be seeing the paper, the design which I have drawn, right, which I have taken, and you have to give the instruction to your partner to draw it. That is basically a verbal communication, that how would you follow the instruction and how would you perceive. Day before yesterday, I guess, or 2 days before, you have seen a non-verbal communication wherein your sir has shown you some moves and they've been doing, the partners, they were doing it, and how there was a complete distortion of the communication, right? That way, which we are doing right now, is a non-verbal communication wherein, sorry, it's a verbal communication, wherein one of your team member will give you the instruction how to draw. And the limitation of this exercise is, he or she has to give the instruction in the form of the geographical shapes, right? You can't prompt. Let the person would draw as per the instruction given by the partner, and let me see what kind of the shape it will come out, right? So how many people would be coming up for this game? Raise your hands, please. सो रहे हो सारे? ठीक है. Fine. Second last, both of you come. Team A. Only two person I want. Both of you can come. Do you have a good coordination? Come. Stop. Keep it that. See, the timing for this activity is only 5 minutes. Instruction and she has to draw. Who will be drawing and who will be giving the instruction? Come here. She's going to draw. Pencil, wait. You come here. इधर आ जाओ. Don't show it to her. This is an exercise. Fine, that's a game basically. Okay, can we start the time? Yeah. Your time start now. Start giving the instruction. Listen carefully. You just have to give the instruction.
I can say
You have to just use the circles, semicircles, line, half line, full line. That's the instruction. Use the mic. Whosoever wants to draw that
circle. Can I say this circle?
No.
No. Circle inside that. Inside that circle, there's one more circle. Small. Quarter circle. No quarter. A line from right side of that circle. Right side. A straight line from up to down. Inside circle. And connect a line to right side. Connect with inside the circle. Simple now.
Done? Okay, good. A big round of applause. Is it visible to all? आंखें में कुछ खराबी है?
LG का लोगो.
Bring the original one. Okay. Basically, this is the logo of LG. And this is the drawing. Is it to everyone? No. That is something. So now you can see the power of the instructions. How important it is to follow the instruction and give the instruction to. Can you use this one circle? This small circle. Okay.
लैपटॉप में पेंट कर.
पेंसिल से ज़्यादा इजी होता है.
पेंट में जाके पेंसिल.
सर पेंट मैंने खोल दिया. अब्दुल्ला सर को बोलो कनेक्ट कर देंगे. हाँ ये हो जाएगा, लेकिन जब तक अब्दुल्ला सर वहाँ से कनेक्ट नहीं करेंगे ना तो वो स्क्रीन शो नहीं होगी. सर ये पेंट मैंने खोल दिया. ऐसा करो स्क्रीन पे देगा कनेक्ट कर.
एक काम करो ना, इसको फोटो दिखाना है.
हाँ
कैमरे में दिखाना.
नहीं इनको नहीं दिखाना. पार्टिसिपेंट जो है वो ड्रॉ करेगा, वो ड्राइंग.
ये ड्राइंग दिखनी चाहिए ना.
अच्छा.
हाँ.
सर हमें नहीं सिखाया आपने सर.
हैं?
हाँ
Yes. Another team for this game.
मतलब जो आप ऐसे करके दिखा रहे थे ना पेपर कैमरा में दिखा सकते हैं ना
इंस्ट्रक्शन वाला वहाँ पे।
सर जैसे आप पेपर दिखा रहे थे ना सेम कैमरा नहीं से कैमरा ओपन कर दीजिए
Yes, another team.
ये कैमरा मत ओपन कीजिए फिर इसका
हाँ मैं समझ गया सर, कल मैंने देख लिया था ना, कोई दिक्कत नहीं।
वो पेपर कहाँ गया हमारा?
पेपर की नीड नहीं है ना।
Yes. Google Doc. First introduce yourself. Stand here. Both of you.
Good morning, dear student. I am Navashir. Hello,
हाँ मेरे
guys.
बारे में
Good
कुछ
morning,
और
everyone.
बता
Myself,
सकते
Anisha.
Who is it drawing and who is doing that?
हैं।
So you have to come here.
जो
Here you
ड्रॉ
have to
करेगा
use
वो
the
यहाँ
system so that everybody will be able to see. And you'll sit here in your own seat.
Draw a oval shape.
वो दिख रहा है, सारा दिख रहा है।
नहीं मैम नहीं
तभी मैंने कहा था यहाँ पर था, वो नहीं दिख रहा।
Oval shape.
क्या
Egg shape.
स्टैंडिंग ओवल या हॉरिजॉन्टल ओवल
टाइम
स्टैंडिंग ओवल या हॉरिजॉन्टल स्टैंडिंग ओवल
Oval.
You don't have to form the letters, only the geographical shapes you have to use, right? You can't form the letters.
And then from right side से एक और oval inside the oval circle.
इनसाइड द ओवल
Will
with
it
little
be bent or bent? मतलब right की side में उसका सारा चाहिए.
with little gap
हाँ. Little gap. It should not be touched. Right side से bend होना चाहिए. Then inside that second circle, you have to just draw the straight, one small line straight.
in center
Side, not center, the right side.
in the right side okay in the middle or in the up
Right side, from right side, like right, from right.
okay
This, yes, left.
please repeat left side straight line
Inside.
okay then
Then a lean line from A to थोड़ी सी line उसी से touch करके.
इस स्ट्रेट लाइन से
हाँ,
टच करके
उसके first point से touch करके एक line.
स्लैंट लाइन
हाँ, line.
Time is over. Next group को बुलाएं. Actually was a logo of NASA. Right?
क्लोज इन
Fine.
हम तो बनाएंगे
Good one. Next three. Next one. Yes, good. It's good, it's good. The next one. अरे उसने को देखा होगा only blindly has to give the instruction. चलो stand with you. You too. Cover it. You will only hear the instruction. Nothing else. Start. Okay. Time start now.
Okay. A rectangle in the middle. Standing or sitting? Stand. Sorry. Horizontal rectangle in the middle. Draw 3 rectangles in the middle, one by one, having a little gap between. Equal gaps in between. Half inch gap almost. Like a logo or parallel line.
You can't say logo or this thing. You have to only use the geometrical shape, and that's it.
Horizontal rectangles. Erase everything. Now rectangle in between this. Inside it. Rectangle inside it and then another rectangle inside it. Okay. Then from starting, draw a single line vertically inside it. Inside the smallest rectangle. Yeah. Horizontal or vertical? Vertical. Okay. Then from the middle, draw horizontal line, a small horizontal line. Then a vertical line again. From the middle of the line that you have drawn earlier. Small line. Then the vertical line again attached to it. Then a vertical line attached to it. Yes. Then give us a little bit of gap. Then a slant line from downwards to upwards. Then again a slant line from upwards to downwards attached from it. And attach both the lines from the middle. Yeah.
Good one. Good efforts you have made. Nice one. That is basically a logo of Harley Davidson. Okay?
Thank you.
I know you. I hope that you know the logos of Harley Davidson. Next team.
Next team.
Next team. No one is interested? You don't know how to draw and how to give the instructions? Saima, Uruj? क्यों नहीं participate कर रहे? वालेकुम अस्सलाम. चलिए. Who will give the instruction? Uruj? Okay. Focus on this. Ear must be open. Listen to our instruction. Stand here.
Time starts now.
Start.
Okay, so Salon, make a slant line.
Center.
Start
Right.
from downward.
Wait.
Right. Left. Right. Left.
Left. No, no, that side. From downward. Downward to upward. That side.
It's okay.
And from the upper point, just draw the another slant line.
Where? Right.
Left. Yes. There should be lesser gap between the two lines.
Yeah.
Now touch the upper ends. Gap should be little more. बस बन जाता है. और थोड़ा सा इसको थोड़ा सा रफ कर दो. शेप को थोड़ा छोटा बना रहा है. और
Enough.
from that end, make another shape like this. From upper.
Gap should.
No, that side only. That end only, but on the left side.
From upper or from the lower one?
From below.
In right ways or in
You
upper?
have to make 3 figures like this. Join.
Same figure.
Yes.
Joining the same line or the.
Same.
Good effort, good one, nice one. Great effort you have made. But that was the logo of Adidas. Right?
Flower in both.
अरे ये 3 सेमी सर्कल होते बन जाता. चलो, good effort. No issues. Okay. How was the exercise, by the way? It was good, average. What was it? No coordination, good coordination. What would you like to say about it? अरे कुछ तो बोलो भाई. Why you are seems to be like highly cold-blooded one? You are in MBA, attending a sessions. These are all the orientation induction programs are going on in terms of enhancing your knowledge base. And why you are not trying to invite as much as possible? Okay. We will be having another exercise. Those who are quite mum, they are not able to understand the word, they don't want to come here, right? Do you know time management? Who is saying? खड़े हो जाओ बेटा, पहले मुझे बता दो क्या मेरी बात. Divide the task according. Okay, very good. Anyone else regarding the time management, as you are the management professional supposed to be after 2 years, or maybe those who have done MBA they are. So, what is time management according to you? What's your name, beta? Sajid. Okay, Sajid. Okay. What about the priorities of life? We do the time management according to our priorities, right? There's a one exercise that's a 1 minute, or guess what, right? What is there in this game is basically it's all about your perception layer. What is perception? What we understand, what we perceive, based on the perception, we draw some conclusion, right? And accordingly it moves on. Fine? That's pretty okay? Okay. How many of you are very good in predicting the time? What is the time now? Don't see your watches, don't check your mobile and say, what is the exact time? 11:10, क्या time हो रहा है?
10:40.
10:40. Very good. You are quite near to it. Anyways, so this is the exercise wherein you have to keep aside your wristwatch, your mobile handset, come here and close your eyes, and from then onwards you have to guess the 1 minute. The moment you feel that 1 minute is over, you have to open up your eyes. ठीक है? कर सकते हो ये? ये तो easy सा है. कोई सिस्टम यूज नहीं करना, कोई इंस्ट्रक्शन किसी को नहीं देने. Right? It is all based on yourself. How good I am in terms of calculating the risk. Yes? Okay? Fine? Can you call one by one to everyone so that people would be able to guess the time? Yes? So I need 5 participants for this first, in the first round. Come forward. Good one. Come. चलो. And we can make a sequence. पहले इसके बाद चलो, ठीक है? So what we have to do is one by one. We assess that how good you are in terms of calculating, perceiving, predicting the time. Fine? ठीक है? आ गया? The moment you close your eyes, your time starts. You have to open your eyes. Once you feel that 1 minute is over. ठीक है? One by one. ठीक है? So there is 1 minute, just 5 minutes हो जाएगा फिर.
ठीक है, 1, 2, 3, start.
Yes.
हो ही जाएगा, इतना मैं सर्च करूँगा बजाएंगे.
Check the time. It's 1 minute is over. Very good. What is the time? Yes, you start. 1 minute exercise. Instruction समझ में नहीं आता? सारे साथ में करते हैं. 1, 2, 3, start. इसके time. Done? चलो next.
फिर चीटिंग हो जाएगी.
Your time
स्टार्टिंग के
starts
2 में तो मैं
now.
करा नहीं.
ये भी झूठ लगाओ, इंस्ट्रूमेंटल लगाओ, प्यार मोहब्बत के मशहूर है
नहीं प्यार मोहब्बत के क्यों भाई?
इंस्ट्रूमेंटल लगाओ। सही है।
क्या मिला इसे क्या? आजान भाई अंदर आ जाओ ऑडिटोरियम में। अच्छा
नेक्स्ट, व्हाट्स योर नेम बेटा?
ठीक है आ जाओ, आ जाओ।
1, 2, 3, start.
ठीक है लास्ट वाले विजिट करो। स्टार्टिंग के 2 साल से हो जाता है।
सही।
और दूध भी नहीं करता। हो गया ही बस बहुत है।
इसके अकॉर्डिंग 1 मिनट कितना होता है? Okay, good one, nice. Yes, you come.
3, 2, 1, start.
भाई आपने ग्रेजुएशन कहाँ से करी है? आप मैनेजमेंट कॉलेज में ऐसे यहीं से करी? ट्रैक सूट इंटीग्रेटेड है, ट्रैक सूट बन ओरिएंटेशन दर्द का नाम खराब कर दिया। जमशेद सर कहाँ है? मेरे कुछ कह क्यों नहीं रहे? पहन के नहीं आना।
Done? Okay. Yes, now disclose the timings of each and every. Come here first. All of you, what's your name? Danish. Danish, okay. Danish
उसी
time
सीक्वेंस
is.
में करो। ऐसे ही करो।
Danish time, please.
Danish was 32 seconds.
32 seconds, okay.
And man was 14. Sorry, not 14. 16, 14, 46. 52,
Okay, 52.
59, 52.
Very good. You get the prize for the session, fine. Not to worry. Who is the winner? अच्छा 59 वाला, गुड वन। चलो ठीक है, फाइन। गेस्ट आ गए नहीं आ गए? Guest has come? Okay. So we'll close the session right now?
एक्चुअली वो कुछ फाइल्स शेयर कर रहे हैं लैपटॉप में, तो 5-10 मिनट का टाइम लगेगा।
5-10 मिनट में कोई गेम नहीं होगा।
आप तो ज़्यादा सही बारीक
अब्दुल्ला सर को
Okay.
बोल कि स्क्रीन हटा देंगे।
मुझे बता दो ना, इसको बंद करके।
मैम ये तो
अच्छा,
शट डाउन हो
अच्छा।
जाता है ऑल टाइप फोर से।
नहीं, ये स्लाइड इसको क्यों उठा रहे हो?
ये इससे कनेक्टेड ना रहे।
So students, are you enjoying the days now or not? What you have learned so far from the last 3 days? Any value addition in your existing knowledge? Yes or no?
सिर्फ स्क्रीन में
You get such insight, right? You will be able to get some more information through these discussions. Yes or no? Right? So it is day by day you people would be able to, knowledge base, and wherein what will be your ultimate aim is to get as much as knowledge as possible. Fine, and as most of the teachers are giving you the instruction, requesting you to be attentive in the class, be regular in your attendance, submit all your assignments and work on time, it sounds that you people are developing the managerial skills. What, even in the corporate sector, time matters a lot. That how you have to proceed, you have to go by the time management that is on the priority basis. You have to put your task, your goals, and accordingly you have to be followed. And trust me, it makes a difference in your life if you started following the whole time management, right? And that is basically a skill. Certain time, once you people would be making your resume, you can also put it as one of the skill, that's a time management skill. But while you are adding this time management skill, you have to justify in terms of your own observation or any event which you have done, or maybe the time wherein you are able to hit your target or the objectives on time, right? Fine. So at the time of the interview, nowadays the thing has been changed. I'm taking you to once at the time of completion your degree, right? That's one of the proactive approach which I'm taking it right now. So what you have to do is you have to give your interviews with regard to some logical support. Now the things has entirely been changed. Your AI is into the system, so most of the interviews are conducting through the AI as well. Your written test has to be conducted by the AI. Certain times your interviews, part of the interview is being taken by the AI as well. So you have to be very logical in all your approaches. And your guest is about to become. क्या हुआ कौन पता ना मैं कितना कंटिन्यू करूँ तो हो गया सारा मुझे अभी गेम का टाइम है कोई बिजनेस गेम ในทุกไซต์เราทุกคนได้अरे इनको भी बुला लो बच्चों को ये टीम में पढ़ करेंगे 7 is ready. Well, चलो जब तक ये नहीं आ रहा तब तक एक गेम और करा ले अब नहीं होता Okay, class, can we have one more interactive session with you right now? Can we do one more exercise? You are alone, you sit here. See, what we'll do is, you have to introduce your partner. We'll give you a 2 minutes time only. Uruj, आप उधर जाके बैठी बीच में. You must be knowing Saima. अच्छा अपने नहीं. You, मेहताब को भी तो मालूम है आपका. मेहताब, आप आगे आके बैठिए. किसी मंजर को तो आप अच्छे से जानते ही हैं. आइए आप आगे बैठिए. उरुज, आप भी उठ जाइए वहां से आप यहाँ आइए. Third row, second last. Right from here. चलिए मेहताब, आपको इंट्रोड्यूस कराने के लिए तो कोई चाहिए. आप पीछे बैठिए. I'll give you 2 minutes time to everyone. Fine, and you have to introduce your partner. Time starts now. Here's your watch. My clip. ठीक है. 2 minutes time. दोस्ती किस किस किससे है मुझे बता दीजिए। दोस्त तो नहीं बैठे कोई आपस में?
वही तो दे दिया।
दोनों दोस्त हैं आप? अरे तो दूसरे increase your horizon, try to understand as many people as possible, shift your place, change it, change fast। जो भी दोस्त हैं अपने अपने दोस्त को छोड़ के दूसरे दोस्त बनाइए। चलिए बेंगल, वो बच्चा बाहर क्यों चला गया?
अब क्रॉस कोर्स नहीं करना, जैसे नॉर्मल इंटरव्यू में देना, स्कूलिंग कॉलेज परसेंटेज पे जाएगा। परसेंटेज बता देंगे, बेसिकली हो जाएगी कि यहाँ
कौन कौन दोस्त हैं?
परसेंटेज इस्लामिया बैठे हैं। क्यों, मैं तो बहुत बार आया, किसी की भी हो रही है।
Yes, 2 minutes time only. That's, we'll give you 1 minute time to every participant. ठीक है?
अफजल ले ले वापस,
टाइम खत्म हुआ?
1 मिनट।
पीछे वाले सेक्शन पे। अरे भाई आप ये यू लुक फॉर अ पार्टनर। कोई तो आपका टीम मेंबर, किसी के तो टीम बनाओ किसी के साथ। इट्स ऑल योर स्किल। कोई अकेला है तो बेचारा उनके चेयर को इंट्रोड्यूस करेगा। टाइम अप। कैन वी स्टार्ट? यस यू, द लास्ट वन, स्टैंड अप। आपसे ही कह रही हूं मैं। बेटा आप ये एक्सरसाइज कैसे करोगे? दिस इज योर ड्यूटी टू सर्च फॉर इट वंस आई हैव गिवन इंस्ट्रक्शन। यस, किस किस का कौन कौन पार्टनर है? दो दो दो, इस तरीके से है ना? कहांगे बेटा? यस, गो टू दिस लाइन, थर्ड रो। यस, इंट्रोड्यूस योर पार्टनर। स्टैंड अप। Saima, give mic to her. You stand up first. First introduce yourself, then your partner.
Hi guys, myself Vikra. Her name is Saima and more of I know her from past 2 days. As much as I know her, she's a more bright student, more bright, from in and out. She's a very good person, from in and out. And among all of them, then she's the one. I know who is from the very last time, but she's the one who come along with me and who talk to me. So I like to meet her and so hope so we are impacting our journey and stay together.
Okay, good one. From where you have done your graduation?
I've done my graduation there.
Okay, which subject?
BSc.
Yes. Okay. Yes, Saima.
Hi, this side Saima. I've done my graduation from Hamdard only, from BBA. She is Ikra Khan, sorry. She is a very cute human being and she is very humble and polite. As far as I know from past few days, she has a very good nature and she is very jolly and she interacts with people quite, she is quite friendly. Yeah, that's
Good, nice one. Good one.
thank you.
Pass on to कसीम मंजर, आप किसको इंट्रोड्यूस करेंगे? बैक को? अच्छा, ठीक है।
Hello, my name is Hamdard. I have done BBA from this Jamia and my partner name is Shoaib Sahibi. He also done BBA from Jamia University and he is also from Delhi.
He was in which section?
He was in integrated.
Integrated. And you were in section C?
Section B.
B. Okay. चलो तो जानते तो नहीं होगा इसको
No, ma'am.
और क्या है इसके बारे में आपको कुछ और पता चला
अभी belong to
Yes, you sure.
I am so happy. My friend name is Qasim Manzar. He graduated passing by the Jamia section B. First time I will take this.
You have not identified any managerial skill in your friends. You are the management student. You have to use the management jargon in terms of introducing any fellow. क्यों नहीं आता आपकी लैंग्वेज में? चलो खैर, सलाम. नेक्स्ट. अरे बेटा आप तीनों एक दूसरे को इंट्रोड्यूस करोगे? कौन? Straight. Anyway, yes you. Both of you.
ये पेंसिल संभाल के रखना, मुझे वापस करनी है, उधार कर ली थी.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name?
I'm Asif.
Asad. Asif. Okay.
He has also completed his bachelor's from Jamia. We don't speak much, but we have a strong mind.
Sure, good. Yes, you.
Hello, I am Wasim Rama.
बेटा आप खड़े रहिए, वो आपको इंट्रोड्यूस करा रहा है. Bit louder. माइक भी है तभी हमें सुनाई नहीं दे रहा, तो क्या है इसमें? कहाँ फ्लो है?
My friend name is Asif Ali. He is a good letter.
What?
कह रहा चीटिंग करवाता.
सेम कॉलेज क्यों आप लोग? सेक्शन अलग है तो उसने चीटिंग कैसे करवा दी? गलत बात. जामिया हमदर्द डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट never ever entertain these kind of the students. You are here for learning. You have to do whatever you are on basis of your own learning, right? Don't try to be depend on anyone. उसकी सीट चेंज होगी तो क्या करोगे? और मेरा इन्विजिलेशन होगा तो जरूर चेंज करोगे, right? ऐसा नहीं है. It doesn't look nice at all, right? कोई अच्छी बात थोड़ी होती है. Whatever you will be, it's all because of your efforts. Don't depend on others. तभी मजा है सक्सेस का या फेलियर. It's all, it belongs to you only, right? Yes, you. मुझे उठ के चला गया उसके बारे में बताइए. चलाने से उसके बाद नहीं होगी. कौन सा उसको जाने क्यों दिया? आपके तो माइनस मार्क्स हो गए भाई. So what? आप पुराने हैं यहाँ पर. कहाँ हो? अरे तो इंटीग्रेटेड का ऐसे क्या हुआ? MBA तो नहीं हो, है ना? तो क्या सोचा उसके बारे में? स्टेटिस्ट बात चल रहा है. चलो इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ.
Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Hamdard. I am basically from Hamdard, and I have been doing my graduation BA from here only, management department, and I am currently pursuing MBA. I would say that I am a disciplined person, dedicated to my work, and talking about my work experience, I have done my summer internship from the laboratory.
Beta, this is not your work experience. That's a part of your curricula. That's a part of your degree. So don't name it as a work experience. Work experience is basically once you complete your degree and then you started associated with any organization, then after you can say that's a work experience. Okay, that is a part of your course, summer internship, right? So say that when whatever the summer internship and with which organization you have done, you have to say that I have done my summer internship from such and such organization. Don't include it as a consider as a work.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Good one, nice. Yes, second last row.
good morning. My name is Sarika. She is Samina. She is from Delhi. She done his graduation from Delhi University. She's a kind person. I just met her.
That's it. What about the communication, interpersonal skill, managerial, anything which you have identified during these days? जिसके पास पानी हो प्लीज पी लीजिए. मेरे पास तो सिर्फ मेरी बॉटल है.
Ma'am, actually, we just met.
बस 2 मिनट में इतना ही समझा. चलिए, ओके. That's it, done. She is done. Now you have to introduce her.
Okay. She is Sarika. She is from Delhi only. And she has done her graduation from Delhi. And I think she is pretty and a kind person. But
In which subject she has done her graduation?
BCom.
ये तो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट होता है पूछना कि किस स्ट्रीम का है बंदा या बंदी. चलो, एनीवेज, गुड वन. Next proceed. Give it to your partner. Next one. Pass on the mic to everyone, okay? So that we'll be able to complete this row.
Hello everyone, this is Anna Hashmi and she is my partner. Sukish. Actually, I don't know much about her because she never takes my calls.
Once you are calling, even you don't know.
She never picked up.
Both of you are friends?
Yes.
I have asked that you have to swap. कैसे poor listener हो आप लोग?
Hello everyone, my name is Sudharika and her name is Naraksha Hashmi. But she don't like her name that much, so she asked me to call her Anam. And I know her from our interview back in June. And she is so loquacious, but her nature is very good and she's very kind. That's it.
Good one. Nice.
We want to say something.
Who?
We are very excited.
Okay, we'll do it later on, right? Sorry for that thing. Because our guest has arrived, right? We'll do continue this session whenever we'll be having a time, okay? It was a nice. I really appreciate your patience and your contribution and participation in all the events. That was a great thing. Nice to hear you.
ये वाली इसको यूज करें.
दूल्हा सर में अरे माँ अरे माँ तो इसी टाइम का ये तो कौन सा मैम भी है इसे इसे लगानी है टिकटी कौन सा कलर ये एक सेकंड तो पूरी मंथ फेल हो गया नहीं नहीं ये कैसे फेल हो सकता है सही है
Now, as we move forward, I would like you all to welcome Dr. Varda Sagar ma'am to give insight on Department of Management. Ma'am, please.
Thank you so much. Respected Sana Beg ma'am, HOD, Department of Management, distinguished guests sitting on the dais, esteemed faculty members, and students, a very good morning. Assalamu alaikum. It gives me immense pleasure and a nostalgic feeling to address this august gathering on this Induction Cum orientation program of 2023-25 batch of MBA students. Years before, I was sitting at the place where MBA students are sitting today. I am one of the alumni of Jamia Hamdard Department of Management, and today I am working here as an assistant professor. This year holds special significance for us. This year is a memorable one, as the department has turned 25. This is the 25th year since our beginning in 1998. Please give a big round of applause. The year 1998, when management was offered by a few top institutes and universities, at that time, our university launched the MBA program, and from then onwards, there has never been a looking back. The department, which started with some 60 students, has grown many-fold in terms of the number of students, the number of courses being offered, and the number of faculty and staff members. Today, the Department of Management offers a wide variety of programs from MBA, BBA, BCom, PhD, and executive PhD. 25 years since its inception, the MBA program has evolved. Today, the number of disciplines, courses, and streams offered have seen an increase. We have constantly endeavored to make the changes so that our students fit to the industry requirements. Now coming to our alumni networking. The Department of Management Jamia Hamdard has a long established tradition to stay in touch with our students. We have a strong network of alumni holding top positions in companies across diverse sectors, from chemicals to banking, IT, media, iron and steel, FMCG, health and pharma, among others. Our top recruiters are SRF, HDFC Bank, Axis Bank, Cytiva, Deloitte, KPMG, Merck, Mitsubishi, Hyundai, among others. So you can see the list of recruiters. This is a very small one. Alumni associations provide valuable networking of opportunities. They strengthen the bridge between the academia and the corporate world. The assimilation of academia and industry leads to an efficient working of both the sides, that is the academic world as well as the corporate world, that is the industry. Today we are fortunate enough to have on stage with us two of our alumni, Mr. Adnan Ahmed, Senior Strategy Consultant, SAP. He is sitting here to my left. And to the far left, Mr. Amitav Kajla, Vice President HR, Swiss Asia Healthcare. Thank you so much for taking out time from your busy schedule to be a part with us. I would request our respected HOD ma'am to felicitate our guest with a planter and a memento. Ma'am, please. Ma'am is a bit busy. Mr. Adnan Ahmed, Senior Strategy Consultant, SAP. Mr. Amitav Kajla, VP HR, Swiss Asia Healthcare. Thank you, ma'am. Now, let me introduce you to our alumni networking cell. The alumni networking cell, this is the Department of Management's alumni networking cell, which has the primary objective of connecting with our alumni. As I said, we have a strong alumni network, and this alumni networking cell has been formed in this connection only. The aim is to create and maintain an updated alumni database for inviting the alumni for various workshops and guest lectures, for grooming our students and sensitizing them to the industry requirements. This year we are also planning for an alumni fest in October. This year we have also taken an initiative in connecting with our alumni by forming a LinkedIn group, Alumni Network Cell, Department of Management, Jamia Hamdard, New Delhi. This is the LinkedIn network which we have formed for having a strong connection with our alumni network. Now I would request Mr. Amitav Kajla to take on the stage and share his valuable experiences. Mr. Amitav Kajla is currently the Vice President in Human Resources HR at Swish. He has worked in EBIX, heading the Department of HR for the last 9 years. He has an overall corporate experience of some 16 years. He has specialized in computer hardware, software, e-commerce startups, digital marketing agencies, as well as running his own consulting company. Please.
Thank you, everyone, and good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right. Good morning. It's still morning. Almost half an hour to go. So first of all, I'd like to welcome all of you to our MBA batch of 23-25. And I just want to say that you made the right decision by coming over here and planning to pursue your MBA. When we started off, it was more like a new kind of batch, and the alumni wasn't that strong. And now, because of efforts of Varda and HOD ma'am and all the people that we know, everybody's starting to come together. And as she said, that a lot of companies have started coming in. I've also hired from from our batches. In the previous, I've hired close to 5-6 odd people from MBA groups. And again, fortunately, they are doing pretty well. They're working in top-notch consulting companies. And I hope the same for you. So there are a few things that I would like to basically discuss and guide you as to how you can actually make your MBA not just a degree but actually valuable in the market. See, a name value is prominent to any organization. You can be an MBA from James Roini, from n number of institutes, but if you want to state that you are a pass out of Jamia Hamdard, for example, whenever we go or Mr. Dan goes to campuses, the name holds a value. Now, how you promote that value totally depends on you. For those things, I would like to say that you have to create a goal as to exactly what you want to do in life. Just getting an MBA degree, if you feel that you've got an MBA degree, would not get you a job. It's pretty simple. Nowadays, the market conditions are completely different. There are thousands and thousands of students out there with MBA degrees, all specialized in some other field or not. Now, how you make yourself different totally depends upon you. So it requires a lot of hard work, not only from your studies, what you learn from your studies, but also what the type of investment you're putting into yourself. So the primary thing that you should always focus on is you must have a goal. I don't know what respective specializations you guys will go for. Suppose if you want to go for HR, if you want to go to marketing, finance, then start prioritizing which type of companies you want to work for, which type of industries you want to go for right now. Start targeting them right now. Follow their channels, follow their LinkedIn groups, start studying about the industries, whatever they are. And I would say, don't get too focused or generalist that I just want to work on any organization. Start deciding the type of domain you want to get into right now. That will actually help you in the long term. And then whatever area you choose, please invest a lot of time into studying about the subject, about the organization, about the current market practices, and what are the latest trends, and how you can actually merge into those trends and bring some value to the organization. See, you're already going to be paying the fees for MBA over here, but that money is not enough. You would also have to spend money on yourself in terms of there are a lot of specialized courses out there, specialized institutes that are giving very specific base trainings, because MBA overall is just a general subject. If you want to get into a specialized field, say HR, marketing, finance, whatever, you would have to go for some certain institutes or some certain coaching classes, courses out there, or online classes that are held that are specifically targeting on a lot of deep aspects of the field, which is generally not taught in HR in MBA. MBA mostly covers the overall brief, complete aspects of the management side. But if you're going to work in an organization, they want people who know the insights of how a department works. What does a department do? And if you are given a task, can you actually complete it or not in a short frame of time? So yeah, and again, like Vardha said, that you started this LinkedIn group. Please start getting connected to all of your alumni. Since everybody is going to be on the group, I presume a lot more people will come in. There's a difference between a top level institute and us. The major of the difference is that the connections, interdepartmental connections, or the connections within their batches is so strong that I know a lot of people, a lot of top short companies don't go for campus hirings. Reason being, they say we don't need to go for campus hirings. We've already got a student of, say, X college. He has such strong connections. His networking skills are so strong. We just tell him and everything, we get hired from there. So that is one thing that you guys should really focus on. Start building connections right now and stay connected. Even when you pass out, you never know. Just about 2 months back, we had to set up a lab in our organization. And the topmost company that came to our mind was 2 students from Jamia Hamdard. And they're again 2005 pass outs. They're running their own organization, and they actually came out to be the top. Again, I connected through them only through LinkedIn. The person who was heading our our research and development department was actually a lead for Dabur, and she's also passed out of Jamia Hamdard. So it's not that you've joined a mediocre college or anything like that. It totally depends on you. Those students have also passed out from these batches from this same college, and they are all doing pretty well. So, and the reason why is because they kept on investing in themselves, in learning new things and going with the latest market trends. Again, you have to be very well connected in terms of what is going on in the market, especially in terms of try attending a lot of events. A lot of online classes are there, and Telegram, Insta, and FB is just not for entertainment. You actually get a lot of information from there. I personally have done a lot of courses just through some ads that I saw on Facebook or Instagram. So always be connected through those channels as well. And after some time, you will be pursuing your summer internship. Now, many people I've seen don't take the summer internships very seriously. For them, it's just part of the MBA course that they have to complete about a month or so. Some of them don't even go to office, and some of them, try use the resources to get the reports made, projects made. You can get it done, but in the long run, we tell you, take your summer internship very, very importantly. I had done my summer internship in Bharti Airtel for about a month and a half, and I learned a lot of things, and I worked really hard at it. I worked so hard that I actually got offered a job from Airtel right after my summer internship. But because of the college rules those days, we weren't allowed to join in between our semesters. So the skills that you'll actually gain from going to office is not measurable in terms of sitting at home or somehow passing your summer internship. And don't go for work from home internships. They're useless. You won't learn anything. It's again just time pass. So that is going to be coming up later on in your course. So keep that in mind. And in order to succeed in corporates, you must understand what are your weaknesses. If you don't start working on your weaknesses right now, trust me, you won't get the kind of job that you're looking for. Everybody wants packages of 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs. But do you think you actually possess the right skill set, or maybe the communication skills or the written skills that a company would be willing to pay you that much? So you must understand your weaknesses right now and start working on them. And again, help each other out. Somebody might be good at, maybe written skills. Try to help the other students out. Have internal discussions. Have internal sessions where you just, share your knowledge. Sharing knowledge is of utmost important if you really want to grow. Again, your teachers are always there to help you out. They are very well experienced. They have a lot of knowledge. They've been into this field for quite a long time. And the skill set that they possess is good enough to get you ahead into the corporate segment. But yes, you must have to do something extra from your end. Yeah, so basically that's it. I don't want to take too much of your time. I understand pretty much of you are getting bored also. But if there's any questions you want like to ask, you can let me know. Or maybe after the session, we can have a small interaction, then we can get in touch. All right? Fine. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Amita, for sharing your countless experiences, rather wealth of experiences. I was talking about the alumni networking cell. Let me just complete that part. That we have the following faculty members in the alumni networking cell, because very soon we will be taking some coordinators from you also for our alumni networking cell. So Dr. Mohammad Shahnawaz Abedin sir is the convener. He is the associate professor here at the Department of Management, and he is heading the alumni networking cell. And some more other members are Dr. Fakhra Naeem, who was there some time before with you. She is an assistant professor, and she has done MBA from here only 1998 to 2000 batch. Sir is also an alumni from here only, and he is from the batch of 2002. Me, myself, Varda Sarir, and I'm here as an assistant professor, and I'm a batch from 2006 pass out. Dr. Mohammad Shafiq is an assistant professor here. He is also a member of the alumni networking cell, and he has passed from the department in 2017. Now, the college has given us unforgettable impressions. Those occasional class bunks, canteen gossips, late night studies and hostel fun, live mantras from teachers, sorry ma'am, and countless other memories are about to stay in our minds forever. Fest organizations and extracurricular activities organized by the college increased our exposure and made us confident and helped a lot in striving and becoming of what we are today. The wide range of tasks performed by us has given a sense of responsibility towards our university and the society at large. We participated in various sports events and cultural events. The lessons taught by our proficient professors has given us indispensable knowledge and guidance throughout our session. I can assure you that the days you are going to spend here from now onwards is going to be cherished by you forever. Now with this, moving ahead, I would request Mr. Adnan Ahmed, Senior Strategy Consultant, SAP, to ignite the students with his thought-provoking insights. Mr. Adnan is Senior Strategy Consultant SAP, and he has wide experience in market entry, data analysis, benchmarking, business development, and post-merger integration. He has a strong research and consulting background, working with top firms like McKinsey, Bain and Company right at the start of his professional career. Please welcome him.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Varda, for the nice introduction, and good morning to our faculty member, Sana ma'am, the HOD. I mean, when I was studying here in 2004-2006, Sana ma'am used to teach us the economics papers and a couple of more papers during my tenure here in MBA during the batch of 2004 and 2006. A lot of memories I have for this particular campus. I did my bachelor's here as well. I did my bachelor's in information technology from in 2004, and then joined the MBA here for the 2006 batch. So whenever I come back to this university, there are a lot of memories that come back with me whenever I am visiting the campus. And like Amitabh also mentioned, that there's a huge difference in what this campus is and what other the business colleges are offering. The huge difference. The other colleges are just offering a management degree, and they just have one institute of management. In this university, you have a department of pharmacology, biotechnology, biochemistry, multiple other institutes. Now they have started with the law faculty as well. There is BTech, there is MCA. So you have a lot of other things that are working for you when you join this particular university. You can interact with a lot more colleagues who are from different areas of work. You can gain from their expertise. They have a strong alumni network. Whenever you go out, you meet the people from their batches in different positions, working across the geographies, across different companies. So you get to learn a lot from their experiences. And now at this particular moment, there's a lot of, I would say that Jamia Hamdard is an established name in the corporate world, which was not the case when I did my MBA in 2006. At that particular point of time, there were only very few batches. In fact, for MBA, there were hardly 6 to 7 odd batches that are passed out. So the market name was not there at that point of time. So we faced a bit of difficulty when we were going for off-campus placement or maybe inviting the companies for on-campus recruitment. However, that is not the case now. 25 years have passed as we are celebrating the 25th year of the Department of Management Studies. So there's a lot that we have gained as a department. And since 25 years, so you can easily assume 25 years batches are already there in the market with a well-established name. They have performed, so the companies know from which institute these guys are coming from. I can give from my own example. Let me share a brief profile of myself and how I grew from scale to scale. So I would be failing if I do not mention my start from the educational journey that I had in Jamia Hamdard. I did my bachelor's in information technology from Jamia Hamdard itself in 2004. And the current VC, Mr. Afshar Alam, used to be the HOD of that department at that point of time. Thereafter, I switched to MBA because I realized towards the end of my bachelor's in information technology that this is not what I want to do in my life. I don't want to do the software development, don't want to do the coding stuff and all. I want to move into a different direction and want to move into the management direction. That is the reason why I switched the role and moved to the MBA field. And I did my MBA in finance as a major and marketing as a minor at that point of time. So that was a learning phase. So here I am just showing the learning cycle that I myself went through my educational journey and then my professional journey. In BIT, I was doing complete IT, software development, coding and all. I realized this is not my forte area and I might not be successful because I'm not enjoying that. The first thing that I had was always do something which you enjoy. That is what will make you succeed in life. Whatever thing you are enjoying the most, go in that direction, you will succeed for sure. I moved to the management side. I learned a lot during the theoretical classes. We enjoyed a lot during our group sessions, during the alumni meets, the fest, I would say the off-site meets and all. We used to enjoy a hell lot of times on all the things, on all kind of topics. We used to interact with the faculty and enjoyed a lot during that. There were a lot of learnings that I achieved in that particular time. I did my summer training in India Infoline. Earlier it used to be called 5paisa.com when I started the business in 2005. So, summer training I did there and I started with my the project was Indian investment options. So that was the first thing that I was doing at that particular point of time. Prior to that, I wasn't really aware of how the investment market in India works. And that is when I realized that this is the kind of investment options that are there. And this is what we can do, how the Indian investors will grow if they opt for these investments. So I in fact used that experience at my own home. My mom and dad used to invest in provident fund. That was the sole investment strategy that they used to have. And in fact, if you will go, majority of your parents also will be investing in mutual funds or in provident fund, as well as recurring deposits and bank FDs. These were the traditional investment instruments that were available in the market. However, in 2005, when I did my summer training and studied the different investment options, I got to know about the mutual fund industry, got to know about the ULIPs and all, got to know about the debt instrument that were there in the market, and I implemented it at my home. I asked my parents to invest the amount directly into mutual fund rather than going in for PF or RD or the saving deposit in the banks. They listened to me fortunately and moved some part of their investment in those mutual funds and all. And after a couple of years, they were happy with the kind of return that those were giving. So the first learning I got in summer training, I implemented at my home and was successful. Then I told the same thing to all my friends, all my relatives, everyone in my known circle, that this is what you need to do if you want to achieve the financial goal that you have in your life. You all know the kind of inflation we have in our country. If you are having 10 rupees now and you invest in bank FD, you will get 12 rupees at the end of 3 years or so. It won't be worth the 12 rupees at the end of 3 years. So you need to make smart investment. So that is the learning that I got from the summer internship within my MBA. Thereafter, after completing my MBA, I got my first job with American Express. I was working there in the research operations department for a division by the name of Traveler Checks. That used to be something which was very prevalent as a financial instrument in those days in global markets, not in India. So I was working for people across the globe. My main market was EMEA North and EMEA South. So I was working across with colleagues from those areas and was looking into the research operations part of those. Thereafter, I moved into the risk analysis position within American Express, and I worked there for about 2 years in American Express. After that, in fact, within that period, I got an opportunity. Sana ma'am invited me, recommended my name for a visiting faculty in Hamdard. So for about 3 semesters or all, I came to Hamdard and I was teaching here as a visiting faculty. I was teaching financial management and security analysis and portfolio management, subject to 2007-2008 batch of Hamdard, right after completing my MBA. So that was a good opportunity, which in fact helped me to get back to the basics and start learning what I have learned throughout my MBA, because this is what I was not doing in my first job in American Express. There was a totally different job. Whatever I have learned in the MBA, I was not using that or implementing it. Whatever theory I learned in MBA, I was not using it in my first job in American Express. I knew the business terms because everything we learned at MBA is going to be used at one point or the other whenever you are in a job. But when I got back a chance to come back to university and the visiting faculty, I was taking the papers. During that time itself, I got an opportunity to work with McKinsey. I cracked the interview. All the questions that were asked to me were theoretical, but about financial management, but about security analysis and portfolio management. And these were subjects that I was teaching at that point of time in Hamdard. Again, a learning. I come back to the classes. I got a learning that this is what I need to do. I again grasped the knowledge the theoretical knowledge, and I implemented in that field when I was going for the interview. I cracked the interview. I got an offer from there. I joined there. Within 6 months, I was promoted as senior research analyst at McKinsey, and I also got a lot of awards there. Starting with analyst of the year, analyst of the month for a couple of months there. For 2.5 years, I was working with McKinsey, and I was looking after the company research, the business research aspect, whereby I was looking at the detailed financial analysis of company, which is something that you are going to learn here during your MBA classes. Something about the impact of management changes that are going to have on a company. Again, something which is relevant to what we are going to study in MBA. So, thereafter, I moved to Bain & Company. In Bain Company, I worked for about 2 years. My role was pretty much similar to what I was doing in McKinsey, but in addition to that, I was given the responsibility of catering to a specific industry. So I was catering specific to the retail industry. So I was looking at how the retail industry is functioning in and across India and across the globe. What kind of trends are emerging in this retail industry? This is something, again, all of you have to do during your MBA. And it will be better for you if you start doing it during your MBA rather than doing it at the time of a job. Because this is what will give you a lot of knowledge about the industry. Whenever you are going to go for an interview, whatever industry is going to come here for the campus recruitment company, whatever industry it is belonging to, they would expect that you know something about the industry. So if you have the knowledge about each of the industry, it might be very minimal knowledge, but still, it would be better if you gain some knowledge about each of the industry. And how you will gain it? When you do projects during your MBA tenure on specific industries, or you track different companies within India, how these companies are performing, which is the sector which is booming at this particular point of time in India. So this is something that all of you need to keep a track of. And this is all you need to do during your MBA, not post your MBA, because this is going to help you in your placement when you are going to the market to find a job. All this is going to help you. After working for about 2 years with Bain, I moved to SAP. So SAP was a totally different world because earlier I was working in the consulting firms, the strategy consulting firms, and this was purely IT-driven strategy consulting. So we were doing consulting, but at the end of the day, SAP has certain solutions, so we need to sell those solutions as well. So it was again a different learning for me that, okay, what I was doing earlier was identifying the problems that are there in a company, going to the root cause, doing the analysis there, and then recommending this is what needs to be done to ensure that we get this work done and be profitable in the days ahead. In SAP, the new learning was now I need to learn what kind of solutions SAP has because I had no experience in that. I had to learn to ensure whenever I am predicting something that this is how the company is going to work going forward, at the end of the day, I need to push in the SAP solution smartly so that the sales team can push that solution to the client that this is how SAP can help you achieve these targets. So again, the learning that I got in SAP. So the learning cycle never stops. It will be there during your college days. It will be there, right connections with right alumni, so that whenever you seek some kind of guidance, you can reach out to them and they can help you with that. Alumni network is not for securing jobs in the market. That's a wrong phenomenon that is there. Alumni network is basically to provide the mentorship to the students, to groom the students so that when they are groomed, they will automatically find jobs in the market. When you are not groomed, you will not be able to find any job in the market. Even if you have 20 or 30 odd people working in the same company, you will not be able to find it. When I joined American Express, I was the only one from Jamia Hamdard who joined there. I performed 4 of my batchmates from MBA. After 6 months, seeing my performance, my boss was sure that, okay, he's fine. So the people he is going to recommend are also going to do good work. Basis my recommendation, he took 4 people. They performed exceptionally well, and one of the person, even after 16 odd years, he is still with American Express. I'm talking about Atikur Rahman. He is still with American Express after 17 years. And he's a great performer there. Others have moved to different career lines. Some moved to KPMG, some moved to Deloitte. So people have progressed. Similarly in McKinsey, when I moved to McKinsey, they saw the performance, I was doing well. So they believed that the recommendation I'm going to give, they are going to adopt or include that person, or they are going to give the priority to that person whenever they are interviewing them. So that is something what helps you in the alumni network. If you have a strong network, and strong network is built on the work you do, not in terms of I will give 2 calls to that person and he will say, okay, 2 phone आए थे इसके, इसको ले लो यार. It doesn't work like that. You have to showcase that you have worked hard. Only then you are going to get the recommendation from your alumni to fetch you a job in a good company. That is extremely important for you. Now, I'm going to talk about the key skills that all of you need to attain. This is just a small gist, and this is basically to ensure that whenever you are going to give an interviews, be it for summer internship or be it for the campus interviews, final placements and all of you need to make sure that you have those skill sets within you. All of us have some strengths, some weaknesses. These are internal factors to us. And then we have the opportunities and threats, which are the external factors that are there in the market. Strengths are something which each one of you would know that this is my strength, and some of the faculty members who are interacting with you directly will know that this is the strength that this particular candidate has. Weakness is again something that all of you need to work on. If you are able to turn your weaknesses into strength, that is going to help you in your career. Identify the opportunities that exist in the market, and then remove the weaknesses that you have to overcome those challenges, to ensure that you are able to use the opportunities in the market and use it in your favorable way. Threats will always be there in the market. There are technological changes, technological advancements are taking place. Nowadays, there's a buzzword that AI is coming. A lot of jobs are being replaced with the AI, introduction of the AI in companies and all. But it is not the fact. The fact is a lot of manual work that used to be done, that was, I would say, a repetitive kind of work, is going to be eliminated. That is what is going to be done by AI. Whenever you are interacting, all of you must be using Amazon, right? So when you are interacting with the customer service, there is a chatbot. That chatbot is an AI. So that specific thing which doesn't require much expertise, the questions are repetitive. That is where AI is going to come in and remove the jobs, but not for specific jobs where some expertise is required. If the AI is not able to help you, let me take the example of Amazon only. If you are creating a return and the Amazon is not giving you the option to return, then you will say, okay, I want to talk to a customer service representative. AI was not able to help you solve your problem. You ultimately reach to a human person there, sitting there, to talk to him and ensure that your problem is resolved, right? So for everything new that is coming in, that is a threat, but you need to evolve accordingly to ensure that you always stay at the top. You are there at the top with respect to the trends that are coming up in the market, so that you are going to take the benefit of those. Now, a couple of things that I mentioned here, which are the key whenever you are going to go for an interview and all. Communication is something which is extremely important. How well you communicate, how well you negotiate. Whenever you are being interviewed by a person, they will see to it that what kind of communication skills you have when you're interacting with them. If they give you a kind of a case study, or they want to try some negotiation skill with you, they will check how well you negotiate. Whether you are negotiating based on facts or something else. All these things matters when you go out to the market. So improve your communication skills, work on it. Strong work ethic. Strong work ethic is something which is extremely important. This is something which is the base. Whenever you are working across the companies, across the globe, they value people who have strong work ethics. And people who don't have strong work ethics are removed in a very short span of time. There are cases I can cite you from my own experience in different companies. There are people who didn't have strong work ethics. They were manipulating the work and all. Ultimately, they get caught and they get fired. The strong work ethic is extremely important. Third important thing is learning and adaptability. How open are you for learning? Since changes are coming up in the industry, every now and there are new things that are coming up. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to adapt to the new changes that are coming up in the industry or in your company? So that is something that you need to have. You need to be very, very enthusiastic about learning new things and adapt to it, rather than getting stuck in the old proposition that I was doing this 10 years back. I am going to work on this even 10 years forward. I will not change. No, this is not how the industry works. You have to be ready to adapt to the new things that are coming up in the market. Then next is, I would say, teamwork. Again, something very important. And this is something that you will learn during your MBA course as well. Whenever you are working on projects, you are going to be working in team. There will be multiple presentations that you will be giving in the department. Again, you will be working in team. Hone that team skills. Ensure that you learn from each one of you. Each one of you is different. Each one of you has different strengths and weaknesses. Learn from each other. That is going to help you. Whenever you are going to a corporate world, they want to know whether this person is capable of working in a team or not. And now when people are working across geographies, across globe, I am working with a person in Europe and sitting in US, I work across different time zones and all. They want to make sure that whether this person has the ability to work with people who have different cultures. Whether I am fit to work with a person who is a German and a fit to person with who working in Latin America, let's say Brazil. Whether I am a cultural fit or not, they are going to see that through whenever they are going to interview you. Interpersonal ability. How good are you with interacting with others? Whether you take their points as well or not. So some people are there who are like, what I say is the main thing, what others are saying, let's reject it. No, that is not the way. You need to ensure that you listen to others as well. You listen to the feedback that you get. Make changes in your style. Again, something very important. Problem solving. How good are you at problem solving? What kind of analytical skills have you developed during your MBA course? You will be studying different case studies during your entire course of 2 years. How good are you at solving those case studies? Are you able to identify the root cause? There are different propositions, what, why, and how. Are you able to address these 3 questions or not? So this is going to largely have a very good impact when you are being interviewed. Self-management. Self-management is basically about the time management skills that you have. Now these time management skills are extremely important when you go to a corporate world. There are people in corporate world, it's not like you have to work 8 hours daily or 10 hours daily, no. In majority of the companies that are there in this particular, at a certain point of time, I can say that they will ask, this is the work responsibility that you have been given, you have to complete it. You can do it in 4 hours, you can do it in 10 hours. It totally depends upon you. So time management skills, you have to adapt. There are people who go out for break after every 10-15 minutes. After every half an hour, they have to move out of the seat, go out, chat with friends, and then come back. You can take those breaks, but you need to ensure that when a specific timeline is given to you, you need to deliver it on that particular timeline. Same thing when you're going to do in your MBA course. Whenever the department gives you a timeline to submit assignments, you have to submit it on time rather than asking for 1 week extra time, right? So you have to learn those things. All right, then let's move to technology. Like I earlier mentioned that PowerPoint deck is something which is going to be is going to be outdated very soon. Now Power BI is coming. Then the use of dashboards is coming in the industry. So that is something that you need to adapt to, you need to learn to. Department is not going to give you training about each and everything. Go to YouTube channel, go to different unacademy courses and all, and learn Power BI. This is something that is specifically for people who are looking to work in the research and analysis field and data and analytics field. Power BI is something that is going to be extremely useful for you guys because that is something which is used in the industry almost everywhere. Open-mindedness. Again, same thing, how open you are to listen to others. Whether you are ready to listen to others and open to feedback or not. Something new is coming up, someone you are doing some work, someone goes out to you and says, this is not the right way to do, let's do it this way. Are you open to hearing his feedback or not? Again, something extremely important for you to learn. Then last couple of things that are there is leadership and leadership, again, something which is a capability that they will look into it. Leadership is not just about leading a set of people, being a team manager. No, it's not that. They want to ensure that you have the capability whenever you are working a project, and in case a team manager is not available, then you are capable enough to take that call and take the position of your manager and answer the questions that are being asked to you by the client, right? So you need to ensure that you have that capability within yourselves when you are addressing a specific set of customers in a call, in a meeting, in any environment you are. So you need to have that ability. In the different fairs that are going to be organized in the university, you need to take that step ahead. Take the lead and manage a particular project. Take a lead and be a coordinator for alumni. Take a lead and be a coordinator for asking for sponsorship for the fest and all. Take a lead. That is how you learn That is how you will get to hone the leadership skill that you have. Organizational ability, again, something to do with planning and all. How good are you at planning things at your end? Whether you can learn things or not. If you plan something that I need to complete this particular task in about in about 1 month or so, are you good at it or not? When you are organizing a fest and some particular assignment is given to you and you need to do this in particular fest, this is the assigned responsibility that is for you to take. So you need to ensure that you have that ability to perform the task to satisfaction of the faculty, and you will get to learn a lot from that. So these are specific key skills that all of you need to attain during your MBA course. And all of these skills are something which are extremely relevant when you are being interviewed for your final placements. Whenever you are going to be interviewed for your final placements, ensure that you create a story. You include all these skills when you are describing yourself to the interviewer. They are going to ask you to give a brief about yourself. All right, you will give a brief. They will ask multiple questions to you with respect to where they will like to judge your communication skills, your teamwork, your learning, how you are using the technology. Ensure that whenever you are being interviewed, you include this skill set. You ensure that you have examples ready which will showcase this skill set to the interviewer. And this is not only for your first placement. This is even going forward when you appear for the interviews after 10 years. Then also you need to ensure that you have a story in place whereby you can create a story and tell this is what I have been doing in terms of my work earlier, and this is how I use my skill set and I ensure that the team achieves the target. So all of you need to ensure that you have the skill set ready with yourself. All of you already have this. It's just that the percentage differs from person to person. You need to ensure that you increase the percentage and use it to your advantage when the companies are coming for placements. I hope all of you are going to do that. All right, and with this, I will end my presentation here, and it was great interacting with you. In case you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Sana ma'am already has my contact. Varda Sahir also has my contact. I am already a part of the alumni network. So whenever you have any questions, you need any guidance, please feel free to reach out to me. And thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Adnan. It was indeed a pleasure to have you on stage, and the key skills which you have discussed is very enriching for all the students. I now request Sana Beg Ma'am, HOD Department of Management, to present the hampers to our guests. Ma'am, please. I now formally propose a vote of thanks. I would like to thank Professor Dr. Reshma Nasreen Ma'am, Dean SMBS, for her constant support. Ma'am is not here today because of her some university commitments. I would like to thank Dr. Sana Beg Ma'am, HOD Department of Management. Ma'am has been very supportive at all times. I would also thank Dr. Shahnawaz Abedin Sir, Associate Professor and Convener of Alumni Networking Cell, for his valuable inputs throughout the session despite of his busy schedule. My heartfelt thanks to our guests, Mr. Adnan Ahmed and Mr. Amitav Kashla, for sparing time for us. The experiences shared by you shall inspire the students throughout their 2-year stay and the years to come. Further, I thank all the faculty members sitting here for gracing the event, and special thanks to Dr. Asad and Dr. Jamshed for organizing such an event and trust the session. In the end, I would like to congratulate all the students, the fresh students who have joined us, the 2023-25 batch students who have taken admission here. I wish you luck and success for your future. Thank you so much.
ना फोन और माइक अच्छा भाई
सर अभी तो थे
ये उनकी पीपीटी है ठीक है सब पीपीटी डाउनलोड होगी हाँ मिनिमाइज किया हुआ है ओपन की ओपन कर देना फंक्शन प्लस F5 कीजिए डायरेक्ट F5 से नहीं कनेक्ट करने नहीं बस जब वो F5 करेंगे ना तो अपने आप आ जाएगा
फंक्शन प्लस F5 सिर्फ F5
फंक्शन प्लस F5
कहाँ है ये तो
फैसिलिटेट वैसे नहीं आता मुझे
सर ये बात तो मेरी भी रिस्पांसिबिलिटी है मैं लोगों का सामान पकड़ा जाऊंगा गाड़ी में ठीक है वो अलग चीज होगी क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं और
Hina हाँ देख Hina हाँ ये वो ठीक है
This prestige gathering is dedicated to enhance the understanding of the internal complaint committee. ICC is an internal component of our institution, ensures a respectful and secure environment in Jamia Hamdard, safeguarding rights and fostering personal growth. Now please give him a round of applause for Professor Hina Ahmed, SCLC ma'am.
Ma'am,
Good morning, students. How are you this morning? All good?
माइक लेके कहाँ गए?
यहाँ से खोल दो अपना. No, I will speak from here. Is it okay? What's it?
Yeah, we
साउंड भी है क्या इसमें?
No. So, good morning, students. I am here to just apprise you about the kind of mechanisms that have been placed, that are in place in the university to make this campus conducive for your studies. Okay. I am a representative of Internal Complaints Committee of the university. And in our university, in our campus, there is a zero tolerance for all kinds of harassments, including harassment related to gender violence, gender harassment. Okay. So ICC is involved with prohibition, prevention, and redressal of all kinds of gender-related harassment in the university. No one shall subject to any kind of sexual harassment in the university. That is to ensure that that is our job. Okay. This is the Internal Complaints Committee of the university. These are the people involved. The presiding officer is Professor Sandhya Baba, and there is representation from teaching, non-teaching, and even student members. We have 3 student members which are elected from amongst you people for a period of 1 year. They are elected members. They are your representatives in the committee, which help us ensure keeping the environment or in the campus conducive for your stay. Okay. We also have on our panel an external expert who has been working on gender related issues, and she is a former member of Delhi Commission for Women. And all this information about the contact details of these members, the phone numbers of student members, everything is available in the university website. So, what is actually gender harassment or sexual harassment? Any unwanted conduct with sexual undertones, if it occurs and if it is persistent, will come under the purview of gender harassment or sexual harassment. I would like to draw your attention to one thing. We say that any behavior that has explicit or implicit sexual undertones. Explicit, there is no confusion, right? It is clear. But kindly, I would like to draw your attention to implicit, even if it is implied. That also comes under the purview of this gender harassment. Okay, and gender harassment is not only a punishable offense, but it is also a violation of code of conduct and disciplinary rules of the university. We don't allow it in the university at any level. No violence, no harassment is allowed, and more so, sexual harassment. It is a punishable offense, it is a breach of code of conduct, it is a breach of disciplinary rules of the university. So you need to be aware that how, when you are here, what is expected of you and how we are making your stay in Jamia Hamdard comfortable and safe. So we need to look at it both ways. Say this is something which is meant for your protection, and we expect a certain kind of dignified behavior from you people during your stay in the university. Okay. So for that, we need to understand, not understand, but actually respect each other's boundaries. We have to conduct in a dignified manner. We have to stay, and it is not necessary that my boundaries are the same as your boundaries. You often hear questions like, what is the big deal about it? Chalta hai yaar, sab kuch chalta hai. No, what is normal for you people may not be normal for some other person. What is your boundary may not, you don't need to understand my boundary, but you need to respect it. If you respect my boundary, there is no conflict there. Okay, so this is the point that I want to highlight, and I want to reiterate this, that during your stay in Jamia Hamdard, this is what is expected of you people. You have to conduct yourself in a dignified manner. We have to understand and we have to respect each other's boundaries. If we respect each other's boundaries, no means no. I don't want to be friendly with anybody. No, that is me. Accept me as like that. That is my boundary. Don't understand it. Don't judge me. Don't belittle me. Okay? But you have to respect my boundaries. If we don't respect each other's boundaries, then there is going to be a conflict and then there is going to be an issue. Okay? So, this is what you have to keep in mind while you stay in Jamia Hamdard. Respect each other's boundaries. This is what we do. As ICC, this is what we do. We provide assistance to students who have faced such who's an aggrieved person. Okay, an aggrieved person, it is not necessary, he may be or she may be in emotional trauma, it is not necessary कि वो खुद आके complain करे. उसके behalf पे कोई fellow classmate, mentor, teacher, anybody, no relative could come and file a complaint with ICC. It could be a verbal complaint, it could be a written email complaint, it could be a complaint in whatever form, and it is not necessary that the aggrieved person has to come and make a complaint. Okay, and then all such kinds of complaints will be taken cognizance of by the ICC. Okay, ठीक है, ये हमारा काम है, हम उसको help करते. अगर the complaint is like kind of very grave and it warrants intervention of law, we help the aggrieved person to file an FIR with police. If the aggrieved person feels no, like she doesn't want or he doesn't want an intervention from the police and they want an intervention from the university only, then we take the formal, we help her, yeah, him to actually get all the, take her statements, take her whatever is in, whatever witnesses, proofs he or she can provide in connection to that. And if ICC feels that the complaint is not grave enough and the aggrieved person agrees to a conciliation, like kind of an apology or something like that, in case only on the request of the aggrieved person or the complainant, we can arrange for a conciliation. But if the case doesn't warrant so, then we begin our formal inquiry. Within 10 days, the responder is given an intimation that we have received a complaint from a complaint against him, and we ask him to appear before or her before ICC along with all the documents, witness, and whatever supporting arguments they have along with them. And ICC completes the whole procedure, whole inquiry within 90 days. Okay. And sends it recommendations to the executive authority, and then executive authority implements those recommendations. Okay. In case ICC is also responsible for, in case the aggrieved person wants interim kind of redressal kind ki, that she is in an atmosphere where she is in regular contact with the responder and we feel that she is getting intimidated, the atmosphere is not good, it is not conducive. So we may provide some interim redressal for that. For you people, so what like the venue or place of complaint, it is the whole campus. It could be your departments, lecture halls, it could be hostels, it could be dining halls, it could be stadia, it could be parks, it could be any place where which is an extended campus, you're taken for a field trip, industry visit, all that comes, you aggrieved person can complain, file a complaint. And in your case, aggrieved person would be a student, since I'm talking about the students over here. This is how ICC carries out the whole inquiry, that we have to carry out the whole inquiry within 90 days and give our recommendations to executive authority for further implementation. And the very important thing about the whole process is that we maintain absolute confidentiality about the complainant, respondent, witnesses, statements. It's all confidential. Nothing goes into public domain. Nothing is published anywhere, so as to protect the modesty of everybody involved. Okay, and if the aggrieved person or the respondent is not happy with the recommendations of ICC, he can or she can appeal again. Okay, the law also has a provision for false complaints. If we receive a false complaint and ICC could prove that it was a false complaint, there is punishment for that also. So what could be the possible punishments? University could withhold privileges of the students such as attending the classes, suspension from the classes, attending the libraries, appearing in the examinations, including striking off the names from the rolls, denying readmission. So if it depends upon the kind of offense and the kind of recommendations made by the ICC on inquiry, and sometimes if the higher education institute or university feels upon the recommendation of ICC that the victim was traumatized or distressed a lot, then university can ask also for compensation, monetary compensation for the victim or the aggrieved person. All this information is available in the university on the university website in this tab. Facilities, you'll see a tab for internal complaints committee. Okay, and the contact details of all the members, whether they be student members, whether they be presiding officer, everybody is available on the university website readily for aggrieved person. So this is what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about what kind of punitive measures could be taken and what is expected of you people when during your stay at Jamia Hamdard. I think that's all. If you have any questions, you can ask. Okay then, thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your valuable thoughts with us. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor that we come together to extend a gracious welcome to our esteemed guest, Mr. Naveen Kumar, sir. Sir, please come to the stage. Now, I would request Dr. Fakra ma'am to felicitate Mr. Naveen Kumar, sir. He is an accomplished expert in project appraisal, financing, infrastructure development, and career advancement. And he has been awarded by Ministry of Power, Government of India for his dedication, hard work, and excellence. His presence amongst us is a true privilege, and we eagerly anticipate the profound insight that he is poised to impart. So please.
So can I start? Yeah. Good afternoon, respected faculty members and dear students. It's my privilege to get an opportunity to interact with you all today. So the topic given is prospects of MBA as career and advancement. So dear students, you have joined this elite institution with certain expectations. To my understanding, the major expectations may be to develop your all-round personality, to hone your managerial skills, and of course, to get a good job and advancement in your career based on your learning in this elite institution. Well, I would like to ask you one question, that what do you think is the way to advance your career and get a good job by doing MBA? So that is the fundamental thing, to know about your mindset. And then another thing is, what are the parameters which you are endeavoring to learn by joining this institution? So I'll address these issues from my side only. See, for honing your managerial skills, you are supposed to acquire certain personality traits. My predecessors, they talked about certain parameters, certain personality traits which are required to, develop yourself so that you may excel in your career after entering into the service life. Now, have you given a thought that what exactly is required in that regard? Because I don't expect that you can foresee the future. You are quite, at the beginning stage. You are the freshers. So the thoughts which are coming to your mind, they must be that you have to work very hard and you have to be a great analyst and you have to acquire a lot of knowledge. You should have great presentation skills. So if you apply all these parameters, then perhaps sky will be the limit for you. Well, that is fine up to some, particular stage of your career. And that stage, what I have experienced over the years, I may be wrong only, but after working for 41 years in the corporate world, what I have found that for initial 5 to 7 years, these parameters, your hard work, your knowledge, your analytical ability, etc., they do the wonders. People, they'll notice about you, your performance, and everyone would like to have with you in their department. But then after say 5 years or 7 years or maybe maximum 10 years, the scenario will start changing. Then you will be a little surprised that how come now the requirement have started changing, because you come to the lower management level. At lower management level, your functions, they become slightly different. For example, say you join the service in 2025. You carry out all this analysis and you put your stamp in the organization that you are the best analyst and all. But then you will be responsible for managing a few people, some supervisors, some workers, or some junior colleagues. You have to get the work done through them. आपने वो jargon तो सुना ही होगा, management is an art of getting the work done through other people. ये हमने 40 साल पहले भी सुना था, but still it is a very popular dialogue. But that is the ground reality. So then for 15 years, you will be living in this particular environment. After 15 years or so, again you will find that the scene is changing. You have entered into the middle management level or lower high level of management. There again your responsibility, they become different. Then you are supposed to have different kind of personality traits at that time. And if you stick to only those parameters of analytical skills, hard work in the conventional sense and not the smart work, and then this acquiring more and more knowledge, then you will find that you have started lagging behind compared to your colleagues, because you are working in an organization. This organization is having some vision and mission. The organization is having certain goals. They have launched some product. They have to sell those products. They have to improve their statement of accounts, financial statement, balance sheet, profit and loss account. So then the feedback will go to the market and the image of the organization will be built. And that is the broader picture, and you will be responsible for managing that broader picture in a outstanding manner. It is different from what you have been doing right in the beginning of your career. So ultimately, though it is not your concern at this stage, you are still a student, and you have to face the first 5 to 7 years where you have to display your skills, which I have just mentioned. But ultimately, your advancement of your career in any organization on Mother Earth, it depends upon your the way you conduct yourself in the organization, your personality traits, the your acceptability in the organization, especially by your colleagues, and your networking skills. These are of paramount importance, and slowly, gradually, you have to develop these personality traits. You don't have to, start thinking about these aspects immediately by starting your career, but ultimately they'll become of paramount importance. Rather, I'll go to the extent of saying that your acceptability by your colleagues and the way you conduct yourself in the organization, that will decide whether you will become CEO in the organization or not. And of course, you have to adjust with the culture of the organization. Now, your question should be, sir, we read so many things in MBA, I excelled in this particular subject, I got so many marks. But as I have already stated, the requirement of the organization and your responsibility level, they'll go on changing. If not every 5 years, maybe after every 10 years or so. If you are a very smart person and a very skillful person, maybe you will start getting higher levels immediately. In government setup, system is different. Time frame is defined for that. But in private setup, you can get one promotion in 1 year also based on your performance. So this was the general things before making the presentation to you I wanted to discuss with you. And of course, one more thing is coming to my mind. My predecessors, they have also discussed that. How an MBA can get a job, fresher MBA can get a job. They had given some wonderful idea. Rather, the second speaker, I have forgotten his name, he was telling you that what is the way to get a job after you complete your MBA. Now, I would like to add to that also and share my experience also. You are studying in a college, you don't have any contacts, simply you are focusing on your studies. And how do you feel that you are going to get a good offer? So basically, sources are, one is the campus interview, and the major role is to be played by the placement committee these days. I don't know what kind of system in this institution you are having. In other institutions I have seen, the placement committee of the students is there. They are interacting with the organization. They are sending their students on tour also to interact with the CEOs and tell them about the organization. And even if they are not receptive about that, still they are forcing their views on that and sharing the positive points of the your institution with them. And they are making them to come to your organization for campus recruitment. You forget ABC, IIMs, Ahmedabad, Bangalore, and Calcutta. Other, whether someone say it is grade 2 or grade 3 or B or C institution, What I have experienced in the last 3 4 years, most of the good organization, as I had seen here also, they are going to all the institution and they are giving similar kind of offers to them. And there is not much of difference in the package also which they are offering, barring these three ABC institutions. So you need not put pressure on your mind that I should have joined this Harvard or I should have joined ABC, any of these institutions. You can perform very well in by working in other organization also. So one tip is this, that let the placement committee it become very much active and they start interacting with the different organization. Secondly, I beg to differ with my predecessor. This alumni, your seniors, they can also extend a lot of help. Rather, some of them say they are at vice president level, general manager level. They'll arrange for the visit of their companies for the campus recruitment in your institution. This is happening in many institutions. My daughter, she has just completed MBA from one of the reputed institution. She was in the placement committee, and I found her visiting Calcutta, Bombay, taking the flights, going there. She was telling that the director of the institution, he is deputed and he wants the results, that how many organizations I'll be bringing here. Then she got a list of the alumni, and they also 3 to 4 companies which didn't come earlier, they also landed in their college and they recruited some of the MBA. And third is word of mouth. Word of mouth is, let's say I was working in one organization as a full-time director. So I was delivering some lecture in a management institution. The students came to me, final year student. They said, sir, we are not able to get job by this time. Kindly help us and make some recommendation. I said, I don't have all those kind of contacts right now after getting superannuated from my job. But then, I started talking to a few friends in the organization, their managing director. So they said, we are looking for some people have resigned, some professional. So I told him that I am sending some of the persons, rest assured, they are nice people, they'll be working very hard. So next week he called them for the interview. Most of the time I have spent in public sector organization, but finally I was a whole-time director in a private organization. I was taken aback to see that he called them, he conducted the interview, and within 15 days he gave the offer also. But in a government of India setup, Maharatna company like Power Finance Corporation or BHEL, NTPC, their system is different. Some government systems are followed, advertisement will be issued, shortlisting, test, this, that. But in private organization, even good organization, the word of mouth system is followed. So that must make you think about the fact that networking is of paramount importance. While you are studying in your MBA, you have to create contacts also. You have to talk to the people. It is all relative thing. You will say कि हम तो junior लोग हैं, हमें कौन पूछेगा? See, if 10 people are appearing in the interview, they are like you only, having the same background. But if you have done some additional spade work and you have interacted and you have created some contacts, that is going to make the difference. कुछ ना कुछ फर्क पड़ता है. Even if you are average or slightly above average performer, these additional features, when they are plugged into this aspect, they certainly make the difference. So I have taken a lot of your time. Now I will be going to the presentation. See, what is economic activity? That that business organizations, whatever work they are doing, launching a product, selling it, marketing it, designing it, these are all the economic activities. They are running the organization. They are running the organization to create wealth for the shareholders, and they have to earn the money also. And they are utilizing your knowledge and skill in achieving that purpose. And these resources, they are not unlimited. Since they are unlimited, that is why all these concepts of this managerial aspects, controlling, directing, this, that, everything is come into picture. If everything is there in abundance, then there is no need of applying the managerial skills or getting the work done or going for the least cost technically feasible option that is not required. So these are the fundamental things which you already know, but still I wanted to discuss that. Now, this is my favorite word, the concept of the work of repetitive nature. You will appreciate this thing that all the business activities which are being done in any organization, you name any organization, you are free to do that. You will find that the activities which are being done there are of repetitive nature. Now, your question should be, a repetitive nature क्या होता है जो ऐसे? You start from designing, engineering, production, manufacturing, sales, or this. Suppose you join some organization. Are you going to do it for the first time? No. Many people like me did it 40 years back. And my seniors, they also did those activities. Of course, gradually improvement is taking place. You will say, आपने जो किया होगा वो तो पुराना है. Okay, vast majority of the activities, they remain the same. With technological innovations and system innovation, changes do take place, but activities remain the same. You can say, sir, research and development activities are also there. वो भी तो होती हैं. Are you doing R&D in the organization, or is everyone is doing that activity? No, that is a separate department. And gradually, say in 3 years, 4 years, 2 years, some development take place and that is introduced there. वो एक separate chapter है. Otherwise, organization में काम चलता रहता है in a routine manner and you are supposed to execute those activities. So when you join an organization, you become a part of that and your role is to execute those routine activities of repetitive nature. So now you can understand what is the role of a manager in the organization. To get the work done through other people, to get those repetitive activities done through other people in an efficient manner. Now you have understood the difference. एक ये है कि वो काम करना है, I do it in 1 week, I spent 1,000 rupees. Now a smart person like you comes, he does it in 3 days instead of 1 week, and he uses less manpower and he finishes it in a lesser cost. So that is the difference. This differentiates one manager from other manager. Whether you are at working level, whether you are at lower management level, middle management level, higher management level, whatever work is given to you, how do you discharge it? How do you carry out that work in an efficient manner? So that will vary from person to person. So in private organization, there could be Lalaji also, or it could be a public limited company, or even a government setup. Sometimes these aspects, they are not much applicable. I'll give an example also to make the thing clear to you. I was working in NTPC Singrauli project. So 210 megawatt project was there. Generator failure took place. अब 210 megawatt का 1986 में generator has failed. Now electricity will stop coming. The extent of the electricity which is required to be transmitted to the northern region, it was curtailed. आपके घर में power load shedding होनी शुरू हो गई. You will feel disturbed. Yeah. Then before working in NTPC, I had worked in BHEL as a hardcore site engineer on turbine and generator. So I was listening very carefully to general managers. I was just a beginner. Say you join a service after 2-3 years, whatever your level will be there, it was like this. So I was listening to them. They prepared a PERT chart for 1 month. कि 1 महीना लगेगा और ये इतनी manpower है. Then collected some guts. So I said, sir, can I speak something? Because I've done this kind of work in BHEL earlier. They said, आपकी उम्र क्या है? I said 25 years. कह रहे आपको आता क्या है? So I prepared a part chart. I said I'll do it within 1 week instead of 1 month, and I'll be using only 3-4 people, not 30 people like that. So everyone started laughing. Anyhow, in the evening they called me कि आप भी लग जाइए. Exactly after 1 week, I went to the control room and I issued the instruction that I hereby give the clearance for running the machine. It is done. Then in the next day, the general manager called me. He said, "ये कहाँ से सीखा है?" I said, "Sir, it was a routine job for me in PHEL. Though it is a job which is of great magnitude. नुकसान हो गया तो 50 करोड़ का नुकसान हो जाएगा एक दिन में. But then I have been working in different project sites throughout the country for 3-4 years, and based on that, I have acquired. Then next day the office order was issued that this person will get some special status and he'll be posted in the general shift or something like that. But then if you expect that you will get promotion next year or you will get special benefit, it doesn't happen so in the government setup. In the private sector, this happens. Another example I'll give, you must have heard about Mundra Ultra Mega project. It is the largest thermal power plant on Mother Earth at one single location. It is installed in Gujarat. So I was the director in charge of that project, and Prime Minister office was monitoring it. Lot of pressure, political pressure, which I won't discuss with you, and sleepless nights I had got. Ultimately, the project was commissioned. I had engaged Tata Consulting Engineers as the consultants for that. वो तो routine thing they were doing it. आधा काम उनका करके I was telling them to put the stamps only. But fortunately, the project was completed very nicely. It is running very nicely now. And 90% of the work was done by us, 10% Tata Consulting Engineer. So when the project was commissioned, Tata engineers, they came to me. Hey, sir, congratulations. आपको promotion मिली होगी. तो I started laughing. I said it is a government setup, nothing happened. They said कि we have got the next higher level and our 50% salary increase is there in our organization. Though they didn't have any much role to play, but then they got the benefit. So the passing on the benefits and the kind of satisfaction you want to derive, it varies from person to person. Just to broaden the horizon of your awareness that what is happening in the industry in reality, that I am sharing with you. So regarding this repetitive nature, I hope you have understood that most of the work is of repetitive nature. R&D work is a separate exercise. As a manager, you have to get the work of repetitive nature executed day in and day out in any organization, any damn organization in this world. This, I think, I have already explained. Here I try to explain with the help of an example that in a manufacturing organization, they are manufacturing these plastic bottles. काम क्या है? They have to do this much of production, then they have to do this much of sale, they have to generate this much of revenue. R&D तो नहीं बीच में आया. That is being done separately. Which machines in the long run can be used to reduce the cost of production, or what initiatives further can be taken to boost up the sales, वो अलग से चल रहा है. But here, say you are posted on the shop floor for the manufacturing activities and you are the manager production there. आपका काम क्या होगा? Your work will be to get the work done through the workers efficiently and at the least cost only. Then you will be branded as a good manager. So you are getting the repetitive work executed in your organization. Now coming to the role of managers in the business organizations. क्या role हो सकता है उनका? The point that will come to your mind straight away is to get the work done through others. We are having different managerial levels and their responsibilities, they are also varying. Your career advancement, it depends upon the kind of results that you are giving. And another tip I want to give to you, that never be under pressure to excel in your work. Most of the time, excel in a conventional sense, that I have to carry out perfect analysis, I have to do the work in a perfect manner. That is applicable in the first 5 to 7 years. After that, you have to read the environment, you have to read the culture of your organization, you have to read the mindset of your bosses, you have to get imbibed into the culture of the organization. You have to build up the relation with your colleagues. So you should start focusing on that. A man of average intelligence, if he is considering and taking care of all these aspects, then he will certainly become the CEO. A topper from IIM and IIT, if he is not taking care of these aspects, then perhaps he'll lag behind compared to a person who is having the average intelligence level. So you have to develop your mindset, thought process, and managerial skills. And how you have to know that what kind of skills are to be developed at this stage when you are very young. This is your Jamia institution, whatever they are going to teach to you, you have to note down those aspects and you have to hone your skills accordingly only. And slowly, you will come to know about some additional features and you will go on implementing those. Most of the managers, they are having the similar kind of roles. It could be a manufacturing organization, it could be a financial institution, it could be a consultancy organization. The managerial responsibilities, generally speaking, they remain the same. And interestingly, most of the managers, literally, they are doing coordination and administrative kind of work in their organizations. अभी mind में आके क्या आ रहा है? Say you join as an expert in some organization, आपको क्या करना होगा उसमें? तो माइंड में यही आ रहा है, you kindly, if you differ with me, you kindly let me know that you will be given some assignment और आपको उसमें काफी एनालिसिस और ये हार्ड वर्क नॉलेज गेन करके उसको करना है. You have to do it in a perfect manner. यही आ रहा है और something else is also coming into your mind. Well, I assume that thing. That is correct. At your level, that thought process only should come to your mind. But in the organization where, very highly skilled, say engineering activities or finance activities, they are being done. I would like to talk about a project side. When I was working in NTPC, so there were certain area engineers or area managers responsible for doing some work. It was a very important work because power generation is a very important field. So there it was a discovery for me at the age of 25 to 27 that those guys, they are mostly doing coordination and administrative kind of work. In BHEL, in my department where I was working earlier, I was responsible for doing highly technical work with own hands and give the results. So when I came to NTPC, now suppose I tell you he is the area manager of boiler or turbine or this department, or he is the area manager for this finance function only. आपके mind में straight away आ जाएगा कि he is doing all kind of analysis, this, that, and actually if he is working at project side, then they are engaging contractors and they have to manage the work of the contractors even if they are not very much thorough technically or financially with that work. Still, they are supposed to ensure that the work is done through the contractors in a least cost and in an efficient manner. You may not be completely an authority on the subject, but you have to be a good manager in getting the work done, even through contractor, also even through your coordination and administrative skills. So generally speaking, more than 70-80% people, they are involved in the activities where they are doing the coordination and administrative kind of things as per the rules and regulation of the organization, as per the culture of the organization. So as I have mentioned, there is a lower management level mostly involved in execution of the operational activities. Then there is a middle management level. They are handling certain departments where each department may be having further segments, and where lower management level people, they'll be managing the work through the workers, technicians, supervisors, like that. Then there is a top management. So they will be carrying out the SWOT analysis of the organization. They'll be fixing up the long-term objective, and they'll be worried about the various factors which will impact the growth of the organization, business potential, diversification. So top management is concerned about different area from the middle management, and middle management is concerned about the different activities from the lower management level. So they have to be very good in their areas, and they have to excel in that. Then the work or organizing, leading, controlling, these are a sort of jargons only. Organization means distributing the resources and delegating the tasks, then interaction amongst the various departments like production, finance, legal, HR. Then leading is very important. You have to motivate a team of the people, and it is not an easy task to control the people and to channelize their thinking in line with the organization goals. Then controlling means taking a stock of the progress of the work and taking corrective actions in between, readjustment in the budgets and all. So these are the major activities which are being done under these categories. Now, this deliberately, I have written these parameters. In the interview, if someone asks you, who is a good manager, who is a good leader, then you will start talking about these parameters. I hope you will agree with me. You will say, sir, he should be good in team building, empathetic, dependability, delegating tasks, empowerment, integrity, all those kind of things. When you will start applying for the job, then also they'll ask this question from you when you fill up the form. You tell about your strong points. Why do you think you are a good manager? आप इसी में से select करके you will be indicating some of the things, and within 3-4 minutes they'll go through your profile, and you know what they will be looking for? They'll be looking for something which is not included in this thing, which is different from this thing. They'll try to see that how you are different from the other competitors who are also applying for this job. तो आपको you have to come out with some brilliant idea, you have to develop some thought process in that prevailing situation, and considering the this operational background of that organization, you should give stress on which particular point. If they have asked for 5 points to be identified and to be written in the application form, at least 1 or 2 you have to state, starting with those only which your other friends or colleagues they have not written. So that will attract their attention. This is going to happen. These things, these parameters, they are available on the internet, on the website, and you can see that. But of course, these skills, they are required to be created for working at different level of the organization, which will help you in advancing your career prospects. When you are joining Jamia institution, how this institution can help you in acquiring some of these skills at this stage. You may ask me, sir, you are giving a lecture and sermons to us. ये skill होना चाहिए, वो होना चाहिए. We are the students here. What can we do to acquire those skills? See, everyone who is competing with you, they are the students only. Gradually, they will be learning the things. But at this stage, studying in this institution, you may get very good opportunities to hone some of your skills. Now, what can you do here in this institution? Let us see that. I say future ready skills. I got an opportunity to do a lot of recruitment for Power Finance Corporation from IAMs, FMS and other institutions. So never get scared of the interview. Even a person like me who is interviewing you people, he'll also be under a little stress. कि मैं अच्छा क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ कि नहीं. Some committee members are there. I am the chairman of the committee. 2-3 लोग और बैठे हैं member. Are they feeling impressed कि he is asking a very good question and whether I know the answer for this question? All person, they do not know the answer of all the question. That should boost up your confidence when you face the interview. आप कभी मत सोचिए ऐसे ये क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं, he'll be thorough in the knowledge, इनको सब पता होगा. नहीं पता होगा. You speak confidently. Whatever you know, you try to share with them. Look into his eyes and try to present in a humorous manner. If you don't know the full answer also, yes, sir, my apologies, though I am not fully conversant with this, but still I would like to share my views on that. They'll see the level of your confidence, and perhaps he may also not be knowing the answer for that question. So that you always keep in mind. 50% of your worry will go when you keep this thing in your mind. So future ready skills, these companies, they are looking for selection. It is a relative comparison only. वो देखेंगे, suppose they are on lookout for 10 personality traits. You are having 1, he is having 3, he is having 7. उनको तो comparison करना है. They have to make a comparison only कि how good he is, which skill he is having. So they may not get the candidate who is equipped with all the skill. तो उस केस में whatever best you can present there and try to give an example also. If they ask you some question, sir, if you permit me, I would like to support with an example. And if you find that giving an example is of paramount importance, but interviewer is not giving you the opportunity, this situation will come. Suppose I am interviewing you. I ask you, tell me a difficult situation you have faced. You will start speaking, immediately another chap will interfere, or I'll start feeling disturbed. कि ये तो आधा मिनट हो गया बोलते. You have to create an opportunity, and first 30 seconds they are of paramount importance for selling your ideas. उसके बाद वो भी interest lose कर रहा है. When I joined FMS for MBA, he asked me, what were you doing in engineering college? I said I was a member of the Speakers Association. 3 candidates were selected from 1,000 students. I was one of them. Okay, I'll give a topic. हो जाओ शुरू. The topic is surest way of success these days is dash dash dash. Now one approach is, sir, वो तो पहले बोला था मैंने उस टाइम याद नहीं है. Another approach is, sir, success is कुछ नहीं. Straight away 1 या 2 सेंटेंस बोलने हैं आपको सक्सेस के ऊपर. Whatever you can think of. This world is a highly competitive place, and we are going to face cutthroat competition in this. And to do that, it is enough. वो आप 3 मिनट झेलेगा ही नहीं, सुनेगा ही नहीं. यू मार्क माई वर्ड्स, ही विल नॉट टॉलरेट यू फॉर मोर देन 30 सेकेंड्स और समथिंग. तो आपको try to make a list of the current affairs when you go for some interview for the job, और दो तीन sentence. So when my daughter was appearing, 25 topics I selected and one para. So she was surprised, Gary, this can be fitted in respect of all the topics. I said, I wanted you to discover that only. कुछ भी टॉपिक दे दें, पहली 2 लाइन सेम रहेगी. हुआ वही, when she spoke those 2 lines, करे okay fine only. So that made the life easier. The fear factor, it went away कि वो पूछेंगे कि okay बोलिए इस पे जो ऐसे. So same thing. Okay. I'll take 15 minutes at least. Take it. So your Jamia, you will have a great time to get exposure to your peers here. They are from different background. To the honorable faculty members, they have got lot to teach to you. You will learn from them which you don't know, which you have not learned by this time, and you will establish the contacts with the senior alumni also. You have to make the efforts. बोलिए faculty members को and others की, and start interacting with them. Then communication and collaboration skill. I am sure you must be having some societies, clubs where you can have declamation contacts, you can have debates, you can do some experimentation, and you can have, you must be having some what I should say, some clubs which will help you increase your awareness level. You will be having the guest lectures, they will be coming. Guest lecture आया तो सुन गए, या you are sleeping sitting in the back row. Kindly don't do that. Guest lecture करके बाहर निकले, catch hold of that chair. Sir, your mail ID, this, that, and start building up relation with him. कष्ट होगा. And he may also say, please talk to your teacher. Can I? Sure, sir, I'll do it. लेकिन just उससे आप किसी भी तरह you have to extract the information from him. Guest lecture say, or some senior person who is coming to talk to you. And then coming to the next, you must be meeting after college hours also. Some of you must be staying in hostels, and in the evening also some activities must be going on. So that will boost up the level of your knowledge and information. Then experiential learning by doing certain works. Your faculty and your institution, they'll be giving you the opportunity to do certain things by creating some mock kind of environment where whatever problems are being faced in the industry, let's say dealing with a client, tough client or customer, or selling a product is difficult thing. Some members, they'll become customer, some members, they'll become seller, then they'll negotiate. By repeatedly doing this thing for 2 years, you will get some additional information, knowledge, which otherwise you will not get it, and you are not having presently. Then, I don't know, this immersion programs that are there where the students, they go to foreign countries, or they are go to other cities, they get an opportunity to interact with the other faculty members, and other professionals also, share their thoughts with them. They interact with the students from other universities, so that broadens the horizon of their awareness. These things, they do happen in the various B schools, and this will certainly add value to your knowledge and awareness level. As I have already mentioned, that your MBA knowledge, it will be applied when you enter into the active service life. So after an initial stint for 5-7 years, then your managerial skills, they'll come into picture. but you have to keep those things in mind. And that is a fact that initially you have to carry out the analysis only. And see, based on the knowledge you acquire through academics, based on your interaction with the industry experts, guest lecture, based on the experience you acquire through your debates, clubs, this, that, then you face certain adverse circumstances and you learn how to make adjustment with your colleagues, with your peers. अभी तक तो ये होगा ना, if someone tells you something which you don't like, you will come to blows with them. You will start arguing, quarreling with them. You will see that after 2 years, थोड़ा cool down हो गए आप. You will start accepting the thing. Negotiation word is of paramount importance. Negotiation is a great skill. Without losing temper, giving the logics, you are achieving the end result. You can always disagree with anyone. You can disagree with me. You can tell me if whatever you are teaching us, it is all nonsense. But you have to do it based on some logic. This is of paramount importance. Negotiation skill, if you develop, आप घर में भी, society में भी, in your job also, you will be able to excel. People will start accepting you, and when your acceptability increases, your career advancement also takes place. You will be surprised कि मैं तो mediocre हूँ या average हूँ, and he is such a brilliant chap, but still, management and my colleagues, they are respecting me. They want to keep relations with me. Why it is happening? It is just because of your negotiation skill and how you are conducting yourself. एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ, MBA finance versus chartered accountant. I don't know whether you are aware about the terms. What is the difference between management accounting and financial accounting? A chartered accountant may be having a very high Q level compared to you. His finance knowledge will be much more than you, because day in and day out he is going through finance oriented subjects only. But ऐसा क्यों होता है कि MBA career wise he makes better progression compared to a chartered accountant? I have seen it for 30-40 years working in NBFCs, financial institutions like that. आप पर्सनैलिटी कंपेयर करके देख लीजिए, एक सीए को और एक MBA को खड़ा कर दीजिए वहां पे, and tell them to face a particular situation only. You will find that he is focused only on the calculation, talking about some limited things only. MBA, he is taking into consideration all the aspects which are required in an organization functioning, and then he is giving the decision. These financial statements, in-depth statements, they are being prepared by a chartered accountant. You cannot prepare with that accuracy and with that beauty. But you will extract the information, relevant information from them to use for the benefit of the organization, which he won't be able to do. So management accounting is certainly more useful than this financial accounting for any organization only. That is why the MBAs, they advance quickly in their career compared to the chartered accountants in this finance domain. So this I have already explained, 3 to 5 years concept, what kind of skills are required. Then stage 2, certain other kind of skills are required. Manage subordinates by way of supervising them. They need to have technical expertise. उसमें first level जो आता है, kindly give a patient hearing to this what I am going to tell you. आप 5 to 7 वाली stage से जब next stage पे enter किए हैं, at that time, still your professional knowledge and skills, they will be useful. The people who will be working under you, now you are a manager. Now let's say I am a manager, you are working with me. And it is human nature that some of you will try to avoid doing the work only, or try to extract the maximum benefits out of that. And they try to create complications. Sir, ये नहीं हो सकता. भाई ये कैसे होगा? इसमें ये स्पेयर नहीं, वो नहीं. सर ये कॉस्ट इतनी, इसमें टाइम इतना. This much manpower is required, which I faced in early 90s में. और ये कहीं तो ये हो ही नहीं सकता. Now, if you are having the knowledge with you, for example, I was working at project sites in a thermal power plant, then this all, INTAC, ATAC, Bharat Mazdoor Sangh, union leader, 75 people were working under me. ये नहीं हो सकता, हम नहीं करेंगे. It's very difficult to handle them. Crane operator, मूंछों वाले बड़े बड़े dangerous people. I said, okay, नहीं हो सकता, no problem. 2-3 लोगों को बुलाया, I'll get it done. मुझे मालूम है, because हाथ से काम किया हुआ था. After 1 hour they say, sir, माफ कीजिए, हम कर देंगे, उसको कर दीजिए like that. Suppose I say, please कर दीजिए ना, जैसे भी है, then you won't be able to get respect from them. So first 5-7 years experience is required to be retained for handling the work requirement at the next 5 to 7 years level. That you have to keep in mind. Another 5 minutes. तो आप पहुंच गए मिडिल मैनेजमेंट लेवल पे. You have applied your knowledge, technical knowledge, financial knowledge, HR knowledge, IT knowledge, everything you have applied. अब आगे भी बढ़ना है. You have to advance your career. Now difficult time will come. Here your networking skills and another feature जो लोग बोलते नहीं हैं, but I speak out. Rather, I was speaking out in front of cabinet ministers also. उसमें सफर किया, चेयरमैन लेवल बनने में उन्होंने डंडा लगाया. Different kind of pressures will be coming upon you. So this is an indication to stop the presentation. So you have to learn how to manage a particular situation. हर काम में प्रॉब्लम होती है. Some negative features are also there. You have to develop those skills. अभी आप 45 साल के 40 के हो चुके हैं. I am talking about that. And you have acquired the information about human nature and those skills, etc. How to avoid that? Now let's say you are standing in front of the cabinet minister and you don't want to do it. क्या करेंगे आप? स्कूल में क्या करते थे when you have not done the homework? उसका तरीका है ये, कहेगा you look in my eyes, I am telling you. Never raise your voice. Never say, sir, ये क्या है? I cannot do it. ये गलत है. गलत है. Never speak out in words. That will spoil your impression. Just by gesture or something, you try to avoid that situation only. After some time, the problem might go away. So that will be the biggest problem day in and day out when you are a chief executive officer or at the higher management level. अगर इससे थ्रू हो गए, इसको बाईपास करने का स्किल सीख लिया, then your advancement will be assured. Otherwise, despite being the best of the executive, you will be stopped at that particular level and you will not get any advancement. World will go, he is a negative kind of person only. That is of paramount importance that no one is going to tell you, no one will share with you. I have faced from 1998 to 2021, I have faced this kind of environment. उसमें बहुत कुछ हुआ, वेट लूज कर गया, बीमार हो गया, ये हो गया, वो हो गया, ब्लड शुगर हो गया, like that. But then you people are much more smarter than us and awareness level is high. So you try to inculcate those skills also. So I think I should move quickly because your people, they are under stress that I am taking a lot of time. Some typical job opportunities, sales and marketing में you will become brand manager, sales manager, marketing manager, etc. Initially you will become, वो private वाले designation देते हैं, associate, research associate, research analyst, sales associate, sales analyst, like these kind of thing. And without going into the details, I'll tell you that for you may be in any department, but try to acquire the expertise, some expertise in reading the financial statement, in linking the different financial statement and then financial modeling. You will say हम HR में हैं, marketing में हैं, तो what is the use? That you will come to know that in while carrying out the analysis, this kind of knowledge and application of Excel model, I repeat it, application of the Excel model, that will be very much required and useful. खाली टाइम में ये करते रहिए आप जो ऐसे एक फाइनेंशियल मॉडल इफ यू टेल मी आई मेल इट टू यू फाइनेंशियल मॉडल को एक्सेल में कैसे हैंडल करते हैं बोर्ड रूम में क्या होता है लेट्स से दिस जेंटलमैन बिकम्स चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑफिसर और यू आर द बोर्ड मेंबर सिटिंग इन द बोर्ड रूम ultimately there whether you are a marketing professional whether you are HR professional whether you are a hospitality professional whether you are a IT professional it will boil down to the operational and financial ratios financial parameters अर्निंग पर शेयर क्या है रिटर्न ऑन इक्विटी क्या है प्रॉफिट क्या है बोर्ड रूम में यही डिस्कस होगा आपका और चीजें कम डिस्कस होंगी वहां पे जो है सो दैट इज व्हाई आई टोल्ड यू that make it a habit to do the practice on. So, can we draw the conclusion? Managerial skills, if you develop whatever sermons I have given to you, even if you acquire 50% of that, you will be in the driver's seat. Driver's seat ये नहीं कार चलाने लग जाएंगे. Means you will be in the commanding position and you will see that life has become comparatively easier for you compared to others. And never share it with the others कि मैं तो ये skill develop कर लिया. You just start applying and be humble in that only. आप broader picture देखना शुरू करेंगे. IAS का क्या होता है? Let's say you appear in IAS interview. पूछेंगे why? अब हम as engineer, MBA and law graduate हम जो कर रहे हैं वन IAS 30-year-old will come he'll say कि मेरे को रिपोर्ट कीजिए and many person like me will be he'll say I am looking at the overall scenario क्या होता है anyhow this is a system which is prevailing here so you will be able to see a broader picture much better than even a civil servant IAS also so your decision making will become faster. People will stop here. I'll say your decision making will become useful because you will start thinking about all the functions of an organization based on your study, based on the experience you acquire through your activities in the college and based on your learning in the job. Your decision making will be better. For example, पे आइए CA versus MBA finance. He'll be talking about some figure. You will be talking about management accounting and critical figures which will be useful for running the organization. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Your words have enlightened us and provided us with the valuable perspective.
In conclusion, I would like to express my gratitude to everyone present here today. These sessions have been insightful and productive, and I believe that we have made significant strides towards our objective. I would like to thank every one of you for your valuable contribution and thoughtful input. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
Something